The authors of one of the motions, Council Member Mike Bonin, is here, so if you want to...
Yeah, here today. There's two motions before you, and this one in particular I think is very simple. We're asking that there be a moratorium on all unconventional drilling and well stimulation, fracking activity here in Los Angeles until the drilling This really, I think, for me and for many others, comes down to simple logic. That there's a way of drilling for oil and natural gas that many scientists are saying could cause earthquakes and contaminate our drinking water. And all this motion says is there should be scientific proof that fracking and other unconventional drilling is safe before it is allowed to continue. The truth is that because largely of the lobbying efforts of the oil and gas industry, fracking and unconventional drilling are largely unregulated, and we don't know the true extent of the threats here in Los Angeles. Make no mistake, a lot of people say there's not a lot of fracking in Los Angeles. Fracking and other unconventional drilling is happening here in Los Angeles, and without the oversight or review to keep our neighborhoods safe. Even more scary, members, is that because we don't put the safeguards in place, and because unconventional drilling is basically designed to make new use of existing and old wells, there is a potential for enormous proliferation of fracking here in Los Angeles. As you can see, and as you just heard behind us, there's a lot of Angelinos who are very passionate about this issue. There is a petition signed by over 5,000 people on this issue. Mr. Kretz, I have brought that petition with you. In the interest of being environmentally friendly, it does not look particularly impressive because we reduced it to 25 names per page, 4 pages per side of paper, or 8 pages per single piece of double-sided recycled paper. It's actually 200 times bigger than it is, and it's only a single copy. So my main reason, Mr. Kretz is going to talk about a lot of the environmental impacts and the water impacts. My main reason for supporting this motion is because there are earthquakes. I really want to prevent us from creating, in real life, a disaster movie. The risk and potential of earthquakes due to fracking and unconventional drilling is real, and it is big. And it's particularly frightening to me that we would be doing that in one of the most seismically active and frightening areas in the world. Just a few weeks ago, we had in council Dr. Lucy Jones, who was right here by our colleague, Mr. Englander, one of the world's renowned experts in earthquakes. And she said herself that she believes that earthquakes can be triggered when wastewater is injected deep into the earth. She said unconventional drilling touched off a 5.6 magnitude earthquake in Oklahoma, a 5.0 in Colorado, and a 4.8 in Wyoming in recent years. This really isn't a matter of scientific debate. Everywhere where there is fracking, there is swarms of earthquakes. We just saw a huge swarm of earthquakes spiking in Oklahoma after they started doing drilling there. They've had more in 2 months of this year, in the first 2 months of this year, than they have had over a period of years. Some folks will ask you to not move this forward, and they'll say that some of the safeguards approved by the state legislature is sufficient. We argue that Senate Bill 4 passed last year, while it does establish some reporting requirements for fracking in the state, it was really amended beyond recognition, and most of the environmentalists who supported it initially wound up proposing it at the end and actually excludes from consideration and safety procedures many fracking projects that need environmental review. It's not even close to protecting us from fracking, and I'm particularly enthusiastic about the legislation proposed by my state senator, Holly Mitchell, which would do a moratorium on fracking statewide. But until we do that, we need this. And we can't allow the safety of our neighborhoods that we represent to be jeopardized by dangerous drilling. I'm very thankful to be working with Mr. Kretz, with you, Mr. Parks, and with Mr. Wesson on these efforts. I know there's a couple of motions before you today. I just urge, for simplicity's sake, that you approve them separately and not collectively, given that ours takes a slightly different tack. Thank you very much for this.